in just one word. Just type it in the comment section and I'm reading. One word, in one word. Amazing. Yes, amazing. Neil said amazing. Neil and Hula says amazing. Okay, somebody else. In one word. In one word. Interactive. Wow. I'm sure your teachers your coaches are seeing that. Interesting. Wow. Kiki and David said interesting. Wow. Who else? Charles. Who else? Who else will give us feedback? Amazing, interactive, interesting. In one word. Yes. In one word, I'm waiting. Okay. So as we get set for today, I hope inspiring. Yeah, Idera said it has been inspiring. And I hope, that the part 2 also will be amazing, will be interesting, will be inspiring, or you will get another, some more ways that will qualify how the class has been. Yeah, so I want you to get set for our coach this this afternoon or morning, depending on where you are. Get set for our coach as she comes up. I hope you are with your pen, your writing materials, your pen, your paper, your marker. Yes, Kiki and David. Kiki, I'm sure you are Kiki. I can see your pen. I can see your pen. Yeah, I can see your pen too, Kiki. David, I can see your book. Yes, I can see your pen, Olubukola. That's great. Amazing. What is your expectation for today? I'm expecting that this class will be awesome. I'm expecting that this class will be impactful. And I'm expecting that this class will be amazing. And with that expectation in your heart and the expectation in your heart, can you drum roll? Can you do a drum roll or clap as we invite our amazing coach, Coach Kate, to come on and take us to that amazing, inspiring, awesome time again. Over to you, ma'am. Keep clapping until you are able to hear Coach Kate speak. Coach Catherine.
Me?
Yes, we can hear you now. Thank you. Welcome, ma'am.
All right, thank you so much, Coach. I'm very excited to see my PDAC ambassadors. Then Kiki and David, they were here by 3:15. That was amazing. That is amazing. I give it up for Kiki and David. They were here right in time. And every other person here, I say a big welcome. I can see Olubukola. I can see amazing Amarachi. I can see Amanda. I can see Charles, Cheesy, Idera, Ivan, Luca. I have the Malobos and the rest of us. You're welcome. If your friends are not here, please go and invite them. Okay? Go and invite your friends if they're not here, because this part 2 is going to be amazing. All right? It's going to be super amazing. And we are kicking off with resilience. Resilience. Who has heard the word resilience? Yes. Kiki and David. Just one word. What do you think resilience is? Can you hear me?
Bounce back.
Bounce back. Good. Bounce back. So have you ever been in a situation where you were in some trouble or some difficulty that you had to bounce back? Have you? All right. So resilience is there's anonymous the human spirit is like a rubber band. It can be stretched to its limits and it will always bounce back. So what do I have in my hand? What is this? Just type it in the comment section. What is this? So this will further give us example or help us to understand what resilience is, okay? All right. So yes, Kiki said this is rubber band. Exactly. So when you hear the word resilience, the first thing that should come to your mind is rubber band. Okay? So what happens when I stretch this? I've stretched it. What's happening to the rubber band? Can you tell me what's happening to the rubber band? It stretches. Fantastic. It stretches. Then after a while, it snaps back or it bounces back to its original state. So do you know that this is exactly how you are? You can be stretched, challenges can stretch you, then after a while, you bounce back. That is the concept of resilience. All right? So we move to the second page. Our lesson objective is by the end of this lesson, you'll be able to define what resilience is. You understand why it is vital, why it's a vital skill for overcoming life's difficulties. Then you practice simple ways to build your own resilience. Okay, I have my own resilience mechanisms. So I also expect that Kiki and David will have their own resilience. Amazing Amarachi will have hers. Those are the things that we're going to be looking at by the end of the session. All right. So we have a case study in our guide. Do you have your guide? I have mine here. Okay, can you see my guide? So I want you to turn to page 55. Let's read the story of a young girl in Zimbabwe. Her name is Nomusa. Okay, so we're on page 55. Page 55 is chapter 11. So you can quickly go to that page. Let's look at this interesting story together. All right, so this is the story of Nomusa and the flood. In a village in Zimbabwe, a young girl named Nomusa had a small farm that was her family's main source of food. She loved tending to the crops, singing to the plants as she worked. One season, a terrible storm hit the village and a flood washing away all Nomusa's crops. The little farm was ruined. Nomusa was heartbroken. She felt like all her hard work had been for nothing, and she was ready to give up. Her grandmother, a woman who had seen many seasons of drought and flood, sat with her. Nomusa, she said, the rain has taken your crop, but it has not taken your spirit. She said, the land is still here, and you still have your strong hands and your knowledge of the soil. This is not the end. It is a new beginning. Nomusa took her grandmother's words to heart. She decided not to let the flood defeat her. She found a shovel and began clearing the mud and debris from her farm. Her friends saw her working and came to help. Together, they cleared the land and planted new seeds. It was a long and difficult process, but with each passing day, the little plants began to sprout again. Nomusa showed resilience, the ability to bounce back from a setback. She learned that a challenge doesn't have to break you, it can make you stronger. This is the end of the story about Nomusa, a young girl from Zimbabwe, who she and her family, the flood washed away their farm. Nomusa was heartbroken and she felt like all her hard work was nothing. You know what? She also felt disappointed. She felt defeated. But thank God that her grandmother spoke to her. She lifted up her spirits and told her this is not the end of it, right? You still have your hands and you still have your knowledge about the soil. So you need to rise up and continue from where you stopped. And that was exactly what Nomusa did, okay? So she had a problem, or there was a situation, a very difficult situation. But you see, Nomusa didn't stay down. She found a way to rise up. So the same thing also happens to you. When you find yourself in a class, for example, you're having some difficulty doing that arithmetic or that algebra, right? It might seem difficult at some point. So do you just leave it and go away? Or you will come back and say, I can try this again, right? Or perhaps there was a game that you you worked on a game, maybe with your friends, there was a football match, and perhaps your team didn't win. Is that the end of the world? That's not the end of the world. Remember that in this class, we have also learned that failure is part of life, right? Fail means what? First attempts in learning. So if you fail, doesn't mean that you are a failure, okay? You have just attempted it for the first time. And you're going to try and try and try again. Imagine you also find yourself in a cooking competition. Perhaps you didn't do so well like your friends. That's not the end of the world, right? We need to bounce back, like we saw that rubber band bounce back. There was a stretch. So in life, there is always going to be a stretch. That's why we are arming you with resilience skill. There's always a time where you'll be stretched. Some difficulties will come your way. Okay? Yes, you are children of God, but difficulties must come your way. It could be that you really don't have friends. That could also be some difficulty, right? But that's not the end of life. You need to bounce back. The same way that Nomusa bounced back. Nomusa's grandmother tells her, the rain has taken your crop, but it has not taken your spirits. You have failed the algebra equation question, but it didn't take your spirits, right? You went for a spelling bee competition and you didn't win. Did it take your spirits? It didn't take your spirits, right? Nomusa decided not to give up. So the same way, all PDAC ambassadors, nobody is going to give up. They're not going to give up. So at the end of this class, I am encouraging you and charging you that from today, you are not going to give up on anything. Okay? No matter how difficult that task is, you will try, celebrate your efforts, even if you don't get to the end. All right? So what happened? With the help of her friends, she clears the land and plants new seed. She shows resilience by bouncing back. We have some insights into resilience. What is resilience? Resilience is the ability to recover from difficulties, disappointments, and setbacks. It's like a spring that can be pushed down, but will always bounce back. Please go to the comment section and type, I will always bounce back. I will always bounce back. I want to read your comments. I will always bounce back. I will always bounce back. Good. Yes, I will always bounce back. Charles says failing is just the beginning. That's truth. Yes, I can see your comments. Failure is a key to success. This is from Idera. This is good. I will always bounce back. I see your comments, Ivan. I see your comments, Luca, the Malobos, Kiki, and David. I will always bounce back. Daniela, good to have you here. I see your comments. All right. Okay. So remember that it is not all about avoiding problems. You say, no, I don't want problems. No, no, no. Problems must come, like I said. Problems must come. So you don't run away from problems. Imagine your teacher gives you an essay writing test. Will you say, I don't know how to do this essay, so I'm going to avoid it? You won't say that, right? So you're not going to avoid any problem, but it's all about having the strength to face them. Have you seen, there's a movie they call Facing the Giants. You need to go and see that movie. So whatever that is your problem, whatever the difficulty might be, you should be able to face the problem or the challenge. So you don't avoid it. You tackle it heads on, and then you get a solution out of it. All right? So resilience helps you to see setbacks as temporary obstacles. It's a temporary obstacle. What do we mean? It's not going to be there for a long time. Remember when we stretched this band? It's not going to be here for a long time. It will just stretch you. And by this stretch, you are growing, you are learning, you are gaining some skills. Okay, you are being stretched. But after a while, it bounces back. Okay, so it is just temporary. All right. So before we move on to this part, can someone tell me what you understand by resilience? Just one word. Resilience. What is resilience in your own word? Resilience. Go to the comment section and tell me what resilience is. Resilience, yes, is on Netflix. Facing the Giants. You can also check it out on YouTube, okay? What is resilience? Resilience is important in life. That's true, Kiki. Okay, the Malobo say they have watched the movie. And I'm sure you got some interesting lessons when you watch the movie. The ability to bounce back after challenges. Good job. Coming back to what's tricky. I'm not sure I got that, Kiki and David. Coming back to what's tricky. Ivan says it stretches and it bounces back. It is never giving up. Good one, Charles. It is never giving up. The name of the movie is Facing the Giants. Facing the Giants. So resilience is what? Never giving up. I'm never giving up. You are not going to give up, okay? We are all going to try and try and try and try again. So when you leave this class today, when you resume school, or when you go back to the house or do your activities, just keep repeating, I'm going to try. When daddy gives you that task, you say, I'm going to try. When mommy gives you that activity, you say, I'm going to try. Even if you have not done it before, okay? You will always try. So what are the key parts of resilience? You have, number one, the positive attitude, believing that things will get better. You believe that things will get better. We have given an example of you solving that math equation, right? It seems very difficult at first, but you don't give up. Remember, you try it again. You have a growth mindset. We have also seen learning growth mindsets. You have a positive mindset that it's going to work. Okay? You also have the problem solving. You're looking for solutions instead of feeling helpless. Can you remember that Nomusa grabbed a shovel and started to work? Okay? So when you are not putting in your puzzle pieces very well, you're not going to give up. You just pick up those puzzle pieces again and you start fixing them. All right? When you're having challenge with that spelling test, you don't throw it aside and say, I'm done and I am not good at this. You can always try. And how will you do that? You pick it up again, look for solutions, ask yourself, why didn't I get this in the first place? Could it be that I wasn't listening well to the teacher? Could it be that I'm mixing up some of the numbers? There is always a reason why that thing happened, and then you look for solution. Okay? Then seeking support, very, very important. You have to seek support. No man is an island, okay? You don't say, I know everything. Nobody should teach me. You have this mindset of teach me no more, I know all. No. You need to keep learning, ask for support, request for support. If you don't understand something, you can go to your teacher. Sorry, ma'am, sorry, sir. This line or this question, I truly don't understand. Can you please throw more light? And you will see that they would explain to you. So knowing when to ask for help from friends and family is very important. Nomusa's friend helped her, so they made her task very easy. Okay? See, if you ask for help, okay, instead of you to be moving maybe 2 steps faster, you see yourself moving like 5 steps or 10 steps faster because you seek for help. So it's strong people that ask for help. Don't forget that. TDAC ambassadors is strong people that ask for help. So always seek help, seek support. So how do you build resilience? See challenges as learning opportunities. When there is a challenge, see it as what? Learning opportunity. Ask, what can I learn from this? What is the lesson? I ask myself this question. Why is this challenge here? What is it that I'm supposed to learn? And I also want you to have that mindset. When something happens, what is it that you are supposed to learn? Let me tell you a story. There was one time, I'm in the ICT space, okay? So I had typed my reports on my Word document. It's about 10 to 15 pages. All of a sudden, I didn't see my report again. And then my boss was, he asked me to submit the report. Did you know how I felt? I felt defeated. I felt disappointed. I felt like a failure at that point. But you know what? Resilience set in. So at that moment, I just stood up from the desk and walked around. And as I was walking around, I was telling myself, you can't cry over a spilled milk. Do you know what that means? It's an idiom. Imagine that you made your tea and you are moving from kitchen to the dining table and your tea spilled on the floor. If you cried from morning to night, do you think the tea will jump out from the floor and then enter your cup? It won't. Olubukola, do you think if your food falls to the floor and then you cry, you wail, do you think it will come back and then it will find itself on the dining table? It won't. So you don't cry over a spilled milk in any challenge, in any difficulty. What do? You bring up resilience. You bounce back. Every human spirit has the capability of bouncing back. So at that point, I just told myself, I can't cry over a spilled milk. So what I can do is to go back and start the report. And that was exactly what I did. Was it difficult? Yes, it was difficult. But did I learn something? Of course, I learned something. Do you know what I learned? I learned that whenever I'm working on my document, I should quickly save it. So you see, whenever any challenge comes to you, there is always something to learn. So I want you to be keen to ask yourself that question. What can I learn from this? And learn from it, okay? Then stay connected to others. Spend time with supportive people, okay? Stay around friends, family that will support you. The ones that will pull you down, don't stay around them, okay? Then take care of your body. It's very, very important. Take care of your body. Do exercise, drink lots of water, stay hydrated, eat fruits, because even your mental health is very important. Okay. Now, we are going to do a little fun test about what we have read. Are you ready? If you are ready, go to the comment section and say, I am ready. I am ready to check my understanding. Just type, I am ready. Are you ready? Let me know in the comment section that you are ready. Okay, Ambassador Rita says, I'm ready. Charles is ready. Obia Kamso is ready. Idera is ready. Ivan is ready. The Malobos are ready. Kiki is ready. Amazing. So the first question is, oh, the answers are here even. So I'm going to go back to the other slide. Kiki is already smiling, right? Because you've seen all the answers. So what's the point of doing the test? All right. So I'm going to ask you this question, and then let me see who was paying attention. What is the main idea of resilience? What's the main idea? First, A is never having any problems. B is the ability to bounce back from difficulty. C is being sad after a setback. Just type the alphabet on the comment section. A, B, C, D is blaming others for your problems. A, B, C, or D. Okay. Majority of us is B. So that means we are paying attention. All right. So in the story, what was the setback that Nomusa faced? A, her plants wouldn't grow. B, her friends left her. C, a flood washed away her crops. And D, she couldn't find her shovel. Type the alphabet, A, B, C, D. Which is the answer? Fantastic. So take your e-flowers. I can't give you flowers, so just take your e-flowers for now. So the answer is C. The flood washed away her crops. All right. So the C, sorry, number 3, Nomusa's grandmother helped her by reminding her that the flood had not taken her A, food, B, shovel, C, spirit, D, friends. Type it in the comment section. Yeah, we have some fast fingers here. C is the answer. The flood didn't take her spirit. Number 4, a resilient person sees setback as A, reason to give up. B, temporary obstacles to be overcome. C, the end of the world. D, something to complain about. Good job. The answer is B, temporary obstacles to be overcome. Number 5, which of these is a key part of resilience? A, being a good gardener. B, finding solutions to a problem. C, staying away from people. D, feeling sorry for yourself. What are your answers? Amazing. Finding solutions to a problem. All right. The story of Nomusa shows us that a challenge can make you A, weaker, B, more afraid, C, stronger, D, more sad. It can make you stronger. You guys are amazing. All right. A person with resilience would likely to do what after failing a test? A, say, I am not smart enough and give up. B, blame the teacher. C, ask a teacher or friend for help and even study harder for the next one. Good. Ask a teacher or a friend for help. Number 8, which of these is a good way to build resilience? Which of these is a good way to build resilience? Avoiding problems. B, staying connected with supportive people. C, keeping your feelings inside. Staying connected with supportive people. Good. The last, number 9. When Nomusa's friend helped her, it showed that seeking support is important for A, being popular, B, not doing all the work, C, building resilience, C, blaming others. I didn't even finish the questions and you're already giving me the answers. Okay, great. Last but not the least, the quote. The human spirit is like a rubber band. It can be stretched to its limits, but it always comes back. Means that humans can A, become a rubber band, B, break when things get too hard, C, go through tough times and still recover. Okay. So I don't even need to read the D parts. Fantastic. So a round of applause. A round of applause to you guys. A round of applause. You guys are amazing. You are amazing. All right. So we have reflection and affirmations. So I want you to think about a time you faced a setback related to your gift or talent, right? In this class, you have learned gift talent and how to utilize it. So can you think about a time where you faced a setback related to your gift or talent? How did you bounce back? And what can you learn from that experience to be resilient in the future? So you have 3 minutes to think about this. Is there any time you have faced any setback, any challenge? You can write it down. Just write it down. Okay? And what did you learn from that experience? So you just tell us, what was the problem? Was it a cooking challenge that you faced a setback? What was it? You just write what the problem is. Just make it short, okay? Then, how did you bounce back? I'm going to be giving 2 people an opportunity to share their stories with us. Just straight to the point, okay? And what can you learn from that experience to be more resilient in the future? Then if you're ready, you can signify by raise of hands so that you share your experience with us. Who wants to share? All right, Kiki wants to share. Go ahead, Kiki. Unmute yourself.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
So when I was in year 2, I did a test, 3 tests. One of them I got 10 over 25. One time I got 5 over 25, and I got 2 over 25. I was so ashamed of myself. But then I asked for support with my mom. And then she went over the tests, and the next time I got like more than 10, 5 or 2. So I asked my mum for support. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing, Kiki. And I'm sure you felt, how did that make you feel afterwards? After mom gave you some support and you took the test again, how did that make you feel with your better grades?
It made me feel a little bit more confident about the test.
That's right. That's right. Thank you for that, Kiki. So you see, in life, we face different challenges, okay? She used seeking support, and when support came, she did better in mathematics. I'm sure we all have our stories, but because of time, we are going to move. We are going to move on. Okay, I promise that two persons will share their stories, right? So can we have a boy share their stories with us? Anyone? Ivan, King Michael, Charles, Malobo, Robert, anyone? Oh, okay. So Linda, go ahead. Linda, share your story with us.
Okay, good evening, everyone. So I got a job last year. Yes, I got a job last year to teach in a village. So it was difficult, no money, no food to eat. I was down. But I told God that no, you brought me here for a reason. So what I did, I started praying. When I want to go to work, I'll pray. I'll ask God, okay, please help me, direct someone to help me. And that was how I received help. The little food I eat, the dry okra, I'll just pray. I say, God, please bless this food. Let me be okay. And God came through for me. This year is a lot better. Looking back, I said, God, I give you the glory. That's it.
Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you so much, Linda, for sharing that amazing story with us. Thank you. You see, she didn't give up, right? She would have given up, but she didn't. So she had resilience to move on, to bounce back, then help came. And now she's telling us her story that this year is a lot better than where she started off from. So there is always something good that comes out whenever you try again. So remember to try and try again. All right, so we have these affirmations. It's very important that you say these affirmations to yourself. I am resilient and I can overcome any challenge that comes my way. I see setbacks as opportunities to learn and grow stronger. I have the power to bounce back from disappointment and create a new beginning. The same way that Kiki created a new beginning for her math and Linda created a new beginning when she started off her work. That is the same new beginning that you create whenever you bounce back. All right. So we have the feedback and conclusion. You have, I'm going to be giving you, these are three questions. So you quickly go to the comment section and give us feedback about this class, okay? So how well did this lesson help you understand what resilience is? Or let me rephrase the question. Did this lesson help you understand what resilience is? Go to the comment section, type yes, maybe, no. Yes, or maybe, or no. All right, go to the comment section. I want everyone to participate. We have about 17 people on the call, so we need your feedback. How well did this lesson help you understand what resilience is? Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Malobo says very well. Okay. Linda says yes. Amazing Amarachi says yes. All right. So let's go to the second question. Was the story of Nomusa a helpful way to explain the topic? So you give us yes, maybe, or no. The story of Nomusa, was it a helpful way to explain what resilience is? Okay. We want everyone to participate in this feedback. Okay, great. Charles says yes. Amazing Amarachi says maybe. Okay, that's good. King Michael says maybe. All right. Linda says yes. Ivan says a bit. Okay. Kiki gave a thumbs up. Good. Good. All right. So let's go to the last but not the least question. I am confident that I can start to build more resilience in my life. I am more confident that I can start to build more resilience in my life. A yes, a maybe, or a no. Let's see your comments in the comments section. Okay, Malobo says 10 over 10, beautiful story. I really could relate to it. Okay, I know you can because you have the farming background, isn't it? All right. Michael says maybe. All right. Kiki says yes. All right. Idera says yes. Charles says yes. King Michael says yes. Mabolo says, I am very confident that I can practice resilience. Fantastic. Amazing. Amarachi says yes. All right. So in summary, resilience is a crucial life skill. By learning to bounce back from setbacks, you see challenges as learning opportunities, you seek support, you can grow stronger and more capable of handling anything that comes your way. This is a good way to end the class today. So please, if you don't have your book, go ahead, tell mommy and daddy to get you a copy of the book because that is what we are going to be using all through the year. Okay? Thank you so much, amazing kids, amazing PDAC ambassadors. Over to you, Coach Bemisola.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Coach Catherine. Can you say thank you to her? Can you send her a lot of flowers? Can you send her a lot of hugs? Can you say thank you, Coach Catherine, for taking us through this resilience skill? We are grateful. We are thankful. We appreciate you, ma'am. We give you your flowers. Thank you, ma. So, I mean, what's one thing that stood out for me in today's class is that I won't give up. I won't give up on whatever it is that I find myself doing, even no matter how difficult it is. I won't give up. I won't give up. I will always bounce back, even at the face of defeat. That is one thing I'm taking away today. I hope you are taking away something. And I want you to also take one thing that you want to run with this week. Remember, it is not just for you to hear, it is not just for you to write your notes, it is also good for you to do what? To take action, take action, take action. One thing you want to run with what you have learned today, one thing you want to pull back, you want to bounce back after being stretched. You know, I want you to take note of that thing this week and run with it beginning from tomorrow. Don't wait. I mean, beginning from now after this class, don't wait till later. Start running with what you have learned. And I hope and believe that you will do that, right? Right? So, I mean, if you have any question, you can drop them in your, or do we have question? We have just 2 minutes to go, less than 2 minutes to go. And okay, let's take our, I mean, if you have any question, you can drop it in your WhatsApp group. Coach Catherine, Coach Victor, and every of our coaches that are there can answer. So let's take the creed together. Can we do that together? 1, 2, go. I am a PDAC ambassador. I am a child of God. I understand myself. I discover, develop, and unleash my God-given potential. I have strong beliefs and values that guide my actions and decisions. I cultivate good habits and follow principles that lead me to success. I am a confident and inspiring speaker. I dream big dreams, set smart goals, make great plans, and take quick steps to make my dreams come true. I am a great leader. I inspire myself and others to achieve great things. I am excellent in my academics. And I love to learn new things. I believe in myself and I have a positive self-image. I understand and manage my emotions well, and I am sensitive to others' feelings. I am proud to be, let's say this one with all boldness and confidence, right? I am proud to be a PDAC ambassador, and I will fulfill my duties with love, respect, excellence, and dedication. So help me God. Amen. Yes, I love the energy. I love the energy. Remember to drop your questions in your WhatsApp group. Remember to come early to class tomorrow, and we give it up for Kiki and David, who were here since, past 3. It's so you really what's the word now? You really did great, and we are so proud of you, and we hope you will be here same time next week. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Say bye-bye, bye. Kisses. Bye. See you next week. Bye-bye. So you can just go log out, go out of the meeting. You can leave. Bye-bye, bye-bye, everyone. See you next week. Bye.